My friends, what's going on? So a quick riff for you. And I want to explain how practicing this and using my tool Fretmonster here made me realize something. And it made me realize something that this tool was missing and that I just added. That's what I'm going to show you later in this video. But first, really quick, back to this bluesy little riff here. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, little straightforward thing there. The notes it uses, if we're to use this. So I'm using Fretmonster here. If you haven't used this tool before, you don't know how it works, I have a whole video showing you how it works. But here's the deal. The way this tool works is you can pick your scale, pick your key. You can highlight or turn on the labels you want. I like doing scale degree because it shows you the sort of interval of the scale you're using, right? So the key of E, these numbers down here are the frets, right? So if we were to be on the low E string, open, no fret, right? And we were to go to the 3 and the 5, right? Those are the first couple notes. And right away, this is the 1, the 3, the 5. It makes up, those are the notes that make up the major scale, major chord for any key you're in, right? 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3. But the riff goes beyond that. It's 1, 1, 3, 5. So what are those two notes? Second fret on the 4th string. Let's circle that, right? So this is the 1, the 3, the 5, and up to the 1. 1, 3, 5, 1, 1, 3, 5, 1. You don't get that distinctive sound yet. The next note is this fourth string, open 4th string. Okay, what is open 4th string? You'll see right here, there's nothing there. But there is a note, we can play it. It's just not in the major scale in the key of E. Now, I'm practicing this riff, right? I've been playing it there, and I've also been looking at it in other points in the fretboard, and here's my ultimate conclusion. I don't have a chord in Fretmonster that has that note until now. I just added it as I was practicing this. So if you go to fretmonster.net and you click on I'm hungry for a, and you click on this scale, the major plus the flat 7th, see what just happened there? This note was added all across my fretboard now. And this is handy just because as I practice this riff, no matter which position I'm in, I could be practicing it up here even. The flat 7th is going to be there on the fretboard for you to reference. So now what I want to do is really quick explain to you this sort of exercise I've been doing today. As I've been practicing this riff, I've been going around to different parts of the fretboard like I just showed you. And I want to show you basically a summary of all the places you can play this. I'm not sure if this is a helpful thing to be practicing, but it's where my practicing desires want to go. So I'm putting together this lesson, this video for it in case it's helpful for you. If you are a guitar master, virtuoso teacher, I'd love to hear your feedback. Is it helpful to be able to play this riff in many different positions? Right, and I also can do it here. Well, pretend I'm not sucking, but you can basically get the idea. I just played it right here. I also just played it right here. And I also just played it right here. And I even could play it up here, right? Going to this is the 14th fret, right? Is it helpful to practice things there in all these places? Where else can I play it? How about from this note? I actually I was practicing this before I started this video. It looks like North Carolina, kind of, maybe South Carolina. Let's see. So I need to redraw that one, redraw that state boundary. And now it looks more like backwards Maryland. So if we go... This one is interesting. So what's interesting about this is I drew 5 different positions here, right? Each of these positions has different qualities if you're going to be playing this riff. For example, the one I'm just playing up here on the 9th through 12th fret, I don't know the name of this position or box or anything. I'm still learning this stuff, and this is me learning it. It's finding these real examples. I noticed this uses, if you take this chord right here, the A-shaped bar chord, and you play it on the 7th and 9th fret, this is an E major chord. I know that. And I also know that basically if you were to take those middle 3 notes and add the 12th fret on the 1st or 2nd string, these also come from the E major scale, right? It's the 1st and the 5th. So that's what gives us this shape right here. And if you're going to play it up here, what's interesting is that you can just keep your index finger sort of barred on that 9th fret, right? That's 1, 3, 6, the degrees of the scale. But if I was to play 1, 3, 5 on the 12th fret, right? Go from the 1 to the flat 7th on the high E string. Look how my index finger stays barred the entire time. Now, I've played enough guitar to know that those are the sort of things you want to keep an eye out for because it's an opportunity for efficiency. Now, it helps if you're not messing up like I am right now, but basically, 1, 3, 5, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 3, 1. That's a nice thing to practice. It's really forcing me to use my pinky, which is kind of rusty if I'm being honest. Now this one right here kind of is just an octave higher than this one. But these two are interesting because let's start with this one down here. This is using basically, if you play an E major chord, this is just taking the thinnest 4 strings, right? I'm actually missing a note. This should include that one. Sorry about that. This one's nice because you keep these 2 fingers in their sort of established position. All you're doing is adding on 2nd string, bring in pinky finger. Right? 1, 3, 5, 1, 1. Major chord, E major. Then we add the flat 7th, 3rd fret, 2nd string, to 6, to 5, to 3, to 1, 3, 5, 1, flat 7, 6. Now if we play that up here, an octave higher, we're going to need to, we can't rely on the open strings anymore. So we lose the openness, but, so this one, it's almost like you're taking that E-shaped bar chord, right, F, all the way up here to the 12th fret, and you're just, those first 4 notes are just the, right here, these are just basically that, the thinnest 4 notes of that shaped bar chord. And then we're just walking down from 1 to flat 7, no, from 1 to flat 7 to 6 to 5 to 3. Now what's interesting about this as I practice this is really making me realize the value of taking any chord shape and understanding what's the interval you're playing. Like if I'm playing this E right here on the 7th, 9th, 9th, and 9th fret, right, right here, knowing those intervals without having to look at fret monster is interesting. Like I know the bass note is the 1 because it's the root of the chord, but it's also helpful to know that this first bass note's the 5, and then the second, I guess the 4th and 3rd string are the 5 and back to the 1. So this is a 1. This is an E. This is an E, right? 1, 3, 5, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 3, 1. Even up here, I don't know these intervals off the top of my head. Playing this and learning this by interval, right? 1, 3, 5, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 3, 1. It's helpful in then taking the chord shapes and then understanding the intervals. This one I kind of get because this is like the traditional major scale you learn. But it's just jumping from 1 to 3 to 5 and then to 1. 1, 3, 5, 1. And then a whole step down is flat 7. And then a half step down from that is a 6. And that's something that I need to memorize, is that the fact that you have your flat 7th, which is such a valuable note for adding bluesiness and grit, is only a half step away from the 6th. yeah, it seems obvious when you say it or look at it, but I've never really like intuitively thought about it before. So 1, 3, 5, 1, da, 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 da. Okay, so there we go. That's basically what I wanted to share with you all, because again, as I'm working through this, me putting this together and visually looking at it and then putting together the sort of tab that I'll write up for this lesson, it's just a helpful thing to practice. And if that's interesting to you, get that PDF. You can find a link over at my website. And thanks to all of you who are supporting me on Patreon. If you want to get the tab for this, that's where you get it. But again, check out fretmonster.net. It's a free tool. It basically helps you pick all your, let's do a screenshot of that real quick. It helps you pick all your, pick your chord, pick your key. You can use the arrow keys to change your key nice and easily, and you can use the brackets to change your scale nice and easily. But check that out, and again, playsongnotes.com is where you find all my lessons. I actually just did a redesign of this header. I'm going to be changing what's up here and making the navigation easier. But the cool thing is you can search for stuff up here. So you just type in Fretmonster, and you get the lessons that have Fretmonster in the title or in the tags. But I'll be adding this lesson as well. That's where you can find it, at my website. So again, hope this is helpful for you. Practicing is fun. Look for little things you can discover like this. And here's what else I'm going to say. The song by Midland, it uses this riff. Really cool song. Check that out. I really dig it. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching, y'all. And if you want more of my stuff, playsongnotes.com is where you get it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.